Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chisom. Thank you so much for stopping by. On this channel, I upload sewing tutorial videos and DIY. So today we are going to be learning how to make this beautiful baby frog dress. It is so easy to make and it's beginners friendly. If you're interested in learning how this was made, keep on watching. So guys, these are the items I'll be using to make this dress. Okay, first I have the Ankara fabric. I'm going to be cutting from here to make the peplum part and the upper part, and then the net to match the green floral design on this Ankara, and then the lining, matching thread, matching zipper, scissors, chalk for marking, and then ruler for ruling. All right, so I'll take out the items I'm not going to be using now, and then we get into business. So I'm cutting the front and the back half length. The half length is supposed to be 11 inches, but here I have 12 inches, and then for the body circumference I have 8 inches. Our chest, which is the biggest part of our body, upper body measurement, is 24. Divided by 4 is 6. So I have 6 plus 2 inches sewing allowance, and then this open side is the center back, which has 1 inch zipper allowance. So I'm going to start marking right now. For her armhole, I'll use 5.5. From here, I'll mark her 5.5. 5.5. Okay, her shoulder I used 5.5, and then armhole I used 5.5. So on the chest line here, I'll impute her chest divided by, which is exactly what I have here. Is also what I'll be using on the tummy area, because her tummy and her chest is the same thing. So I'll just make a little mark here and then just curve it out like so to give it armhole curve, just like this. Then for the neck, I'm going to be using 2.5 inches. For the depth for the front, I'll use 2.5 inches as well, and then I'm going to curve it, just curve it out like so. And then for the back, I'll use 1.5 inches. This is the back neckline. So this is the back neckline and this is the front neckline. I'm just going to slant the shoulder with about 1/4 inch, just like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. I'll cut out the back neckline first. And then trim out the front neckline. So right now I'm going to use this to cut it out on the Ankara part. So right now the next step is to go ahead and cut the circle part. I'll also be cutting it out first on the lining. So I'm just going to fold this lining into 4 to cut 360-degree peplum. So right now the length of the square I need is 15 inches, about 15 inches, which is what I have all around, 15 inches. 15 inches. So the radius for her waist measurement including zipper allowance is 4.1, and then I need the length of the peplum to be 10 inches including hemming allowance and stitching allowance. Okay, so everything 10 inches. Now I'm going to measure the radius. From this angle I'll mark 4.1 all around in a circular form, and then I'm going to measure the length of the peplum. 10 inches. Okay, I'll just take it from this angle. 14.1. So I'll simply open it up on one side. So by the time I measure this waist, it's going to give me that her waist measurement plus 2 inches zipper allowance, which should be 26 inches. I even have more than 26. I have extra 1 inch, which is okay. So I'm going to cut this exactly out on the Ankara fabric. I'm done cutting the peplum part together with the lining, which I drafted it on. So this is the peplum, the Ankara and the lining fabric. Alright, so I'll first of all go ahead and turn the neckline with this lining, placing it like this. I'll turn the neckline of the front and then turn the neckline of the back, join them at the shoulder, and then finish up the armhole. Okay, so if you don't know how to get a neat finishing on the neckline, armhole and shoulder, please drop a comment in the comment section so that when next I'm making a tutorial like this, I'll show how I achieved everything. So I'll head over to the sewing machine and turn the peplum on the lower part round and then the front and back bodies, and I'll be right back. So guys, I am done turning the neckline and the armhole, and this is what I have. You can see how neat it is. I also turned the peplum with the lining and I went ahead to iron it properly. What we'll do next is to cut the net part. So here is the net. I'm going to be cutting this net with the remaining length of our full length. I don't know if you get me. What I mean is that the length of her dress is 26 and the upper part is 12. So that means I'll have to be cutting 14. So the length of the net I'm going to be cutting is 14 inches, but I'll add 1 inch to it to make it 15 just in case of shortage and trimming. So you know, nets, most times when you're done joining, it doesn't come out equally, so you have to just trim it to, you know, balance the hemline. So with me here I have two pieces of a very lengthy net. One is to complete the full length of the dress, and then I have the shorter one which I cut 3 inches. That's 3 inches length. Then the width is still so long. I'm going to go ahead and gather this. You can gather this however you want. You can gather it, run it on the sewing machine while you're going, or use your needle and thread. However it is going to be easy for you to gather it, just go ahead and do so. So I'll go ahead and gather it and then I'll be right back. I'm done gathering the nets and this is how full it is. I think I'm very much okay with this one. Now note that I gathered it to the waist circumference plus zipper allowance, which is 26 inches. That is what I have on the waistline. Now this smaller part, I gathered it on the middle. I ran a thread on the middle and then I pleated while I sew along. So I'll be attaching this on the lower part here, you know, just at the tip of the bottom part here is where I'll sew it all around. Now when sewing, I'll still be gathering the lower part a little bit, but I'll make sure it will be wider than the waistline, of course. So because if I pick it like this and sew, it's not going to work. So I'll just be pleating it a little bit while I stitch this all around it. After I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and fix this peplum together like this on the waistline, and then I'll be back. I'm done attaching the peplum and the net together, as you can see. Next, I'm going to join the top part to the lower part. This is a little bit excess, so I'll just pleat it exactly to fit into the waistline of the top part, and then afterwards I'll fix the zipper and I'll be back. I'm done fixing the top to the skirt part, and also I'm gonna have to attach the zipper. But if I open it up now, the inside is still rough, so I need a lining that will cover up the seam line here and also the zipper side. So I went ahead to cut out this lining. The waistline, I cut it ×2 of the waist measurement, and I went ahead to pleat it to the exact waist measurement and hemmed the bottom part. So I'm going to turn it inside out. This is also going to serve as a shield, a cover for this net. Okay, so I'll just first of all attach it to the waistline, making sure that I match it right side to right side. Afterwards, I flip it down. By the time I attach it, it's going to make the insides to look neat, and then I'll go ahead and finish up the zipper, the center back area. I'm done fixing the lining inside, and this is what I have. You can see how the inside is. Really neat. Let me turn it over. So this is the inside. This is it. I just need to iron this down properly so that it will come out nicer. Okay, so this is the inside. I'll turn it back. Okay guys, that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you got value for your time. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. Bye.